Customers prefer a convenient, seamless, and secure online shopping experience without compromise. As the number of online transactions increases, so does the risk of having your card data stolen. That's why we designed our 3DS server solution to enable smooth and reliable processing of online payments. NetCetra 3DS server reduces the risk of non-authenticated transactions, associated refunds, and lost revenue, while at the same time establishing frictionless flow and improving the cardholder experience during online shopping. Available as an on-premise or SaaS solution, it enables acquirers, merchants, and PSPs to process EMV 3DS 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3.1 online transactions. The NetCetra 3DS server provides the functional interface between the 3DS requester environment and the directory server. It collects necessary data elements for 3D secure messages, authenticating the directory server, validating the directory server, the 3DS SDK, and the 3DS requester, and ensuring that message content is protected. When 3D secure authentication needs to be initiated, merchants or payment service providers send an authentication request to the 3DS server, which then reaches the access control server in the issuer environment through the directory server, to authenticate the cardholder. The issuer through its ACS then decides on a frictionless or a challenge authentication flow. So, how does it work? The cardholder puts their products in the cart, and goes to the checkout screen to make the online payment. With NetCetra 3DS server, the cardholder authentication process starts with the versioning request that includes the card number, sent by the PSP to the 3DS server. This is followed by a versioning response carrying all relevant 3DS data for the card, which enables the PSP to decide how to continue. After this, the 3DS flow is initiated and the relevant information is sent to the NetCetra 3DS server. Then, the 3DS server sends the authentication request to the payment network or directory server, and finally to the issuer, or the access control server. Next, it is up to the issuer to decide whether to continue with frictionless or challenge flow and to return the result within the authentication response. NetCetra 3DS server then informs the browser or the SDK about the issuer's decision. If the issuer decides to frictionally authenticate the cardholder, then the transaction is complete. However, if the issuer decides to challenge the cardholder, the transaction continues to the next step. In the next step, the browser or SDK sends a challenge request, which initiates cardholder interaction with the issuer, and carries authentication data from the cardholder. The browser flow is handled by NetCetra 3DS Web SDK as an add-on feature of NetCetra 3DS server. It is a lightweight JavaScript that allows merchants to easily invoke 3DS method and challenge request messages for browser-based transactions. The app flow and in-app payments, handled by 3DS SDK, initiates mobile app flow authentications and communicates with the 3DS server. The issuer responds to the challenge request with a challenge response. The response can carry out the result of the cardholder authentication, or in the case of an app-based model, can signal that further cardholder interaction is needed. Once the challenge is successfully completed, the issuer sends the result request to the NetCetra 3DS server to communicate the result of the authentication. The 3DS server confirms the receipt of the request message and sends a result response to the merchant about the result of the requested challenge. Enable convenient EMV 3D secure transactions for your customers with NetCetra 3DS server, a standalone scheme-agnostic solution. Ensure smooth and reliable processing of online payments. Reduce the risk of non-authenticated transactions, associated refunds, and lost revenue. Fast time to market for straightforward, easy, and flexible configuration and implementation. Developed according to PCI standards. Check out our other acquiring products, available as standalone or along with NetCetra 3DS server. Click to Pay provides easy, simple, and safe guest e-checkout, regardless of the payment card, channel, or device, similar to digital wallets. It supports automatic consumer identification by device recognition and eliminates the entry of sensitive card data and personal data entries. Ecom Tokenizer is a card network neutral agnostic solution that connects checkout systems with multiple token services, extensible for future payment technologies. It enables PSPs and merchants to securely store and process customer payment information, replaced with unique, merchant-specific tokens.